Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Mythical, everyone's favourite YouTuber, and today we're going to be making a video on the YouTuber Rev Says Desu. If you don't know who Rev Says Desu is, Rev Says Desu is a YouTuber with over 600k subscribers. He is mainly known for making videos about anime and being a massive degenerate. If you didn't know, I made a video on Rev Says Desu a while ago, but this is like a better version of it now. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I could have explained things a little more, and there's other things that I want to talk about as well. But before we start, everybody watching this video right now is not subscribed to my channel, so make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on all notifications on so you stay notified when I upload a video. And also hit the like button as well, because every time someone makes a video on this Rev Says Desu guy, then it just gets bombed with dislikes for some reason. I mean, it's really stupid. Well anyway, let's get right into it. Before I do talk about any topics, I'll be adding timestamps to the video, so if you don't want to hear about a certain topic, then you can skip to the other topic. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know. I would appreciate it if you watch the full video, and enjoy. I kinda want to talk about his content and why I believe, in my humble opinion, his content is one of the worst pieces of content I've ever seen on the platform. So Rev is known for making these horrible little commentary videos on like anime drama on Twitter. So what he would mainly do most of the time is that he would get like 1 or 2 tweets and he would drag the video out on and on and on, just so he can get some of that money, you know, because that's all he cares about at the end of the day. He would normally drag out these videos to 8 minutes or even longer if he wants to. So Rev, instead of actually repeating yourself over and over again, maybe try to get to the point and stick to the point so your videos will be shorter. I mean, you rarely see me do that shit because I actually get to the point in my videos, and that's why my videos have been short recently. Also, Rev does another genre of content on his channel, and this kind of content is kind of degenerate. If you haven't already, then you'll know that I made a video on this other VTuber called Fifi. If you've seen that video, then you know what type of content I'm on about, what Rev makes, and my stance on it. I'm not a big fan of sexual content being on the platform YouTube, mainly because kids use this platform, and I know there's going to be a few Rev fans who are going to argue that, hey, YouTube Kids a thing, so why don't they use that? Well, it's common knowledge by now that kids don't use YouTube Kids at all, and kids confuse sexual content very easily, and I'm not a big fan of that because that just makes me uncomfortable to think about. The fact that Rev has a fan base by making this type of content just says a lot about his fan base overall. Most of his fans are just like degenerate, cringy VTuber losers, and for some reason his fans don't go outside and just stay in all day and just dislike bomb any video about Rev. It's just sad as fuck and just so pathetic. So congrats Rev, you managed to grow a really terrible fan base. Well done. Okay, so now let's get on to the topic on why Rev is a dishonest loser. So Rev likes to twist up words of other people so it fits his narrative. For one example, he tried making it look like that Moist Critical was defending Lolicon when he really wasn't.
So in case you didn't catch that, there was actually Moist Critical, aka Charlie, in the background of that video, which I think is pretty funny. His views on this is pretty wishy-washy in the videos that he appears in with Nux. But I think there's one clip in particular that really speaks to where Charlie stands in this whole thing.
And for some fucking reason, Twitter being the cesspool that it is somehow brings anime into this, talking about, well, why is cutie such a big deal when anime has kids being sexualized? Well, first of all, anime is fake. Those like children lolly things, those fucking 900-year-old vampires that look like they're 4 years old, the little cum demons that have existed for 2 millennia, but they look like a 6-year-old, those aren't real people. They are animated fake things.
So obviously it's pretty funny to compare these two takes that somehow strangely both bring up this whole 5,000-year-old whatever.
It's kind of fucking pathetic that you have to make it look like Moist Crick was defending Lolicon when he really wasn't whatsoever. I mean, he was comparing it to a movie that actually sexualized real kids. And everyone with a normal brain would come to the same conclusion that sexualizing real kids is a lot worse than sexualizing anime kids. Don't get it twisted, I still think that the whole concept of Lolicon is disgusting and there should be no excuse for it whatsoever, but I'll get onto that later on. But I do have a clip to prove that Moist Critical doesn't really like the whole Lolicon thing and he finds it weird and disturbing.
How weird that every single anime and manga focuses on, like, kids when it doesn't need to. And it's always so fucking awful, like the lolly shit. I hate that. I am not a fan. And it's for some reason it's such a contentious debate for some reason. I don't get it. It should just be pretty open and cut as weird. Now, of course, there's no, like, real victims with, like, lollies and all that, but that doesn't make it any less disturbing. And in this documentary, they follow around a guy they met at this convention. I absolutely can't show a lot of this on stream, but I just want to show the guy. So they actually go to this guy's house, and he is a manga illustrator. Damn it. And he talks about the first thing he wrote being a manga about a high school girl who keeps getting gang raped. And she starts to like getting raped. And it was for a magazine called Rape, I think. I believe the publication was called Rape. And he talks about how, like, normal it is and how it's fine. Like, it's good because there's no victims. He himself also admits to being attracted to children, and this prevents him from, like, actually going out and doing things to children.
There we go then, that's one of his takes on the whole Lolicon thing. And I know that the Rev fans are going to be moulding after seeing that, so just to rub salt in the wound a bit more, I'm just going to show you another clip because why not?
And Ko brought up a great point. He kept asking, is this even legal? Because, I mean, technically it's bestiality. You know, anime just barely gets away with, you know, saying like, that character, that lolly that looks like a 6-year-old girl is actually a 3,000-year-old vampire from hell, so yeah, that's okay. That kind of shit. And fundamentally, that's kind of the same energy here, where it's not an actual bear, it's a druid shapeshifting into a bear. So it's not, like, technically bestiality, I guess?
Checkmate, motherfucker. GG, well played. But that's only one example of Rev being a dishonest loser, because if I show any more, then this video's gonna be dragged out for like hours long. Well anyway, let's get on to the next segment, and I'm quite excited for this one. Alright, so this segment's going to be a little bit controversial for some reason when it really shouldn't be, but I'm just going to say this right now so everyone knows what my stance is on this whole thing. Lolicons are pedophiles, well most of them are, and that's me being charitable. The reason why I say this is because Rev is actually a defender of this whole Lolicon thing. He pretty much built his channel on defending this type of stuff. If you don't know what a Lolicon is pretty much someone who's sexually attracted to a fictional underage anime girl. Shotacon is also the same thing, but is a male version of it, but I'm only going to use the word Lolicon because that's more well known and it's easier for me and the viewers to understand. Well anyway, so basically these Lolicons like diffuse some media, what is basically animated CP. They normally say it's not CP, but it actually is by the definition because it doesn't have to be real for it to be CP. They also use this excuse by saying, hey, it's legal where I'm from, so it's okay to use that type of media. No, it's not okay. It has never been okay. Just because it's not illegal where you're from, it doesn't mean it's okay. I mean, there's a lot of things what aren't illegal, but it's still fucked up to do. And the whole Lolicon thing is just one of them. The fact that they have to find a loophole to get away with it is actually kind of fucking wild. The thing that annoys me the most is how they say that kids don't get harmed through that content, which is so wrong in so many ways, because it actually does do harm to kids in a way. There were so many victims that came out about Lolicons sexually abusing or assaulting them, and this is all because of the media they view on a daily basis in their basement. We all know by now that the effects of not safe for work content is really bad for the mind because you'll end up wanting to seek out more. I'm basically saying that they will end up going in the real world and there's going to be a sexual assault or something if they view that media for a very long time. So tell me what would happen if someone looks at not safe for work content on something what looks like a child, right? They would go out in the real world wanting to seek more, and then the child's going to be a victim. And it has happened multiple times, but no one wants to talk about it because it looks bad on the whole Lolicon community. So yeah, there are victims, and if you think otherwise, then you're just stupid. It's so weird when a Lolicon gets caught doing something to an actual minor, because they always say, well, he's not a real Lolicon, but most of the time they are a real Lolicon and they just got caught doing something to an actual minor. Oh, and I wonder why he would do this. It's not like you Lolicons always promote and view this type of content on a daily basis, viewing this animated CP crap. Oh wait a second, it is that actually, that's what you guys always promote, and people are getting hurt because of it. I also love this little argument what these Lolicons use, saying like we don't care about real children because we speak out about this whole Lolicon stuff. If we didn't care about children, then why are we using our platforms to spread awareness on something what actually does harm kids? It's just one of them guilt tripping tactics they like to use to try and silence people, but it never works anyway. So they also like to use this little loophole where they say this character's like over 1 million years old, but they look like a 5-year-old, so it's okay anyway. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's not okay because they look like a 5-year-old and that's the problem. But let me be fair with this whole age argument thing, right? Let's use a character what's in their 20s but is labeled as a lolly. So let's use the character Rebecca from Cyberpunk. I mean, some people label them as a lolly, but it doesn't go by its actual definition because it says that they have to be underage for them to be labeled as a lolly. So no, Rebecca's not a lolly, she's just someone who's short. This shit's just another case of the word being misused because it's been misused for so long. So let me use this against them. Would that make Levi from Attack on Titan a Shota because he's short? Because he's not labeled as one? Do you understand that your little made up definition has so many flaws in it? Like, holy fuck man, you guys are so dumb. And this is what Rev is defending almost on a daily basis. And people say that Rev isn't an actual Lolicon but he only defends it, but that's really hard to believe. He's not a Lolicon when he's defending it like his life depends on it. Like he built most of his channel because of it, for fuck's sake. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I wanted to say about Rev today. The dude is sketchy as fuck, he's a dishonest asshole and his content blows dick. And that's pretty much today's conclusion for this video. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you subscribe to my channel right now and turn on all notifications on so you stay notified when I upload a video. And make sure you slap a like on the video as well because that really does show support and it helps a lot. Also, make sure you buy the merch at mythical.clothing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and go and fuck yourself.